Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English here. And today on Impact or Hit, we're, we're going to have a show here today. And we were filming it earlier, but we didn't hit film. Oh, Medusa says, I still have a bone to pick with one Seth Rollins. Yeah, I'm calling out you, Seth Rollins. Yeah, not the ones that came from Walmart, not the ones that got bought from, Ollie's or Amazon or Strongman. The one that came from Big Lots. I'm not done dealing with you yet. You weren't even good enough to be sold at Walmart. What's this, Medusa? Oh, are you sliding me for this doll coming from Big Lots instead of being sold at, would say, I don't know, Target or Goal or, Walmart or whatever? Would you have slighted me if I came from Ollie's? Or you think you're greater than me because you came from Amazon or Strong Woman, some seller there, huh? So I guess I get the beat. I guess we have to wrestle again because someone forgot to hit film on the web shooter, so no one saw any of those things. Well, that's fine with me, Seth Rollins. That's fine with me, Big Lots boy. That's all with me, Amazon Strong Woman girl. Hey, look, Medusa, Seth Rollins, we all came from sundry shops. Some on the interweb and some not. Look, both of my offshoots came from Amazon. Does that make me greater? It does not. Annie Clifter said my first doll came from Amazon, and so their doll came from Amazon too. Does that make me greater? Medusa, you think you're greater than Seth Rollins for coming from Amazon, a strong woman, instead of coming from Big Lots or somewhere. Well, we'll have to see who's the greater, Clifter says. We'll have to see who the greater wrestler, greater fighter, greater overstar is when Seth Rollins fights Medusa here today on Impact or Hit. And this time, folks, we're not going to make the mistake of not having it filmed. Well, we heard from Astronomer Carone setting up the match here today, and Medusa just knocked down Seth Rollins and he fell right out of the ring, and she knocked him down with her snake-like tail. With her snake tail, Joey Styles says. John Coachman says, you folks may have missed the first match because someone forgot to hit film, and sadly, all the things we were filming until then didn't happen. I mean, they did happen, but you weren't going to see it, though. Aiden English said Medusa hates Seth Rollins since he came from this doll came from Big Lots. She was also bitching about in the first show about how she should have won Gal in the Boundary. Aiden English says, but I think Medusa would have made a greater Gal in the Boundary winner than Peach. That's just my belief. Aiden English says, how can you say that, Sean? How can you say that, Joey Styles says. You ever seen how Medusa handles herself? You seen all the shit she's done in the toy wrestling gathering since coming to the toy wrestling gathering in 2006 between a flyout, first from Games Again and then from Amazon or Strong Woman, Joey Styles says. Yeah, John McCoachin said Medusa thinks she's greater than Seth Rollins. And, Seth Rollins caught Medusa coming from the top steeple. John McCoachman said a curve stomp on Medusa. Seth Rollins is going to get the win. No, Seth Rollins is not done with Medusa yet. One curve stomp might not be good enough, Joey Styles. So John McCoachman said you gotta cut Medusa's head off. That's the only way you can beat a fiend like her in Hellenish folklore, Jonathan Coachman says. Yeah, and Seth Rollins should be lucky that Medusa has her glasses on, because if she did not have her glasses on, she would have shifted him to stone, and he would have been slain, and that would have been the end of it, Aiden English says. Yes, Medusa does have to have outstanding glassware on her eyes, glasses, whatever, so she don't shift her fellow wrestlers or fighters into stone, Joey Styles says. That oversight was made when she came to the toy wrestling gathering in 2006 between a FYL from Game Again, Joey Styles says. Aiden English says, and John McCoachman said, it looks like that Seth Rollins is just getting bullied because this doll came from big lots. Medusa coming in again. Seth Rollins hopped all the way. John McCoachman said, curb stomp. Joey Styles said, no, you gotta yield. You can't get beat by her, Aiden English says. 1, 2, can't get by him. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner. Here is your winner, Seth Rollins. Well, alright, Joey Styles said. Medusa has won the match here today on Impact or Hit. Seth Rollins has won the match here today on Impact or Hit by beating Medusa. Do you think that's going to be done? No, Joey, I think that Medusa is still going to have a bind and still be warring with Seth Rollins over the most dumbest thing. Yeah, well, Medusa really shouldn't anywhere to speak of, Aiden English said, because the first Medusa doll came from Game Again. This other Medusa doll came from Amazon or Strong Woman, so yeah, I guess she had really no room to speak of. Well, speaking of that, we're going to take it away to Renee Young. Well, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, I'm going to be speaking with Seth Rollins here today on Impact or Hit. Seth Rollins, me and you go back, for many years. I came from big lots. Your doll, this one came from big lots. Yeah, it did. And the one thing I want to tell everybody is there's no shame of coming from big lots or Always. No shame coming from the Dollar Tree or the, Kin Dollar or Dollar Main or Five Below. Some dolls can all come from, Walmart or Target or Go or Amazon or Strong Woman or eBay or Etsy or Deal Dash or Overstock or whatever. But Medusa wants to make a big thing out of it. But what if I told you that the Medusa doll, the first Medusa doll we got, came from Game Again? Well, I had many dolls, and some of them came from Amazon, some of them came from Walmart. This one happened to come from big lots. And I understand, Renee Young, you came from big lots. Yes, I did come from big lots. I came in the 9th month, I believe, the end of the 8th month, going to the 9th month of 2006 between FYL. So you think you're still going to have a war with Medusa? I hope it's not. I hope that I'm done with her. But sadly, we all knowing Medusa, she still's not going to be done, and she's still going to be warring over me. But you saw what I did there. I beat her once, and so I think I'll beat her again. Well, that's my talk with Seth Rollins. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Renee Young, for talking with Seth Rollins here today on Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got here. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English. We hope you like Impact or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.